I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker. Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
You guessed it, Pressure Points with your two favorite hosts. I'm D, and this is our star quarterback, AJ. We're coming at you with Season 6, Episode 30, Rich Bitch of Carroll County. AJ sharing the history of Virginia's most lucrative family in the 1850s. Also, ghosts. Find us on Patreon and Instagram for additional content or pointsopressure.com. Let's get to it.
Well, turn the fucking thing off, you dumbass.
What an intro.
Money.
I feel like it's just been moments since we last recorded together.
Yeah, it feels
crazy.
Like,
it feels like tens of minutes.
We had a discussion about gamer subs, and it feels like just before that we recorded like almost an exclusive episode.
Yeah, and we
2
ate a
days
cookie.
late.
2 days late. Yeah.
3 days late.
3 days
Jeez,
late.
Still got it fucking wrong.
Still got it wrong. God damn. No, I think this episode is a lean back episode for me. Normally I lean forward, but
That's fair.
I'm gonna lean back. So I actually came up with this episode and the previous episode this morning.
Based on how the exclusive went and the title of this one, I can definitely see that.
Well, they were actually completely unconnected, if you would believe it. I found them on 2 different subreddits.
Oh, there you go.
One of them
In the same
even remember.
Google search, but 2 different subreddits.
One of them. So when I woke up, my wife was at work already, so I'm just lounging in bed. No, I wake up and I grab my phone. I'm like, I have to find something for an episode. I don't remember how I found this guy at all.
Really?
But I remember the other guy.
Yeah. Well, the other
how
guy.
I found his.
For Patreon subscribers, before you listen to this one, go listen to the last episode.
The exclusive.
The exclusive episode. It is the
It's
most
fun.
infuriating, hilarious episode I've ever experienced. And if
it's
you
good.
aren't a subscriber,
This one's
go to our
worth it.
Patreon. It's
One's
a
worth
fucking
it.
good one.
Even if you only subscribe
Yeah.
for 1 month.
Only for
This is
September.
worth it,
It's a
I think.
good fucking episode.
And it's August's episode.
Yeah, seriously, Jesus Christ.
So you're going to get another one.
Yeah, you'll get 2.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our selling point this month.
Our selling
2
point.
for the price of 1
2 for the
because we
price of 1
fucked it up.
because I fucked up. Dude, school starts on Tuesday. I'm not ready. It's my last semester.
Yeah, how was your week?
Oh, it flew by.
Yeah.
It fucking flew by too fast. I just, you know.
Some about the last like 2 or 3 weeks have been like the laziest and sleepiest weeks of my fucking life.
Twice last week, I was asleep by 11:30. Well, it doesn't help
AM.
that AM. No, it doesn't help that me and my wife have been watching classic horror movies and taking edibles. So then we just fall asleep by the time the movie's over.
To be fair, both of us we stay up a good 3 hours after
Easily.
our wife/girlfriends fall asleep. Like she falls asleep, but like she lays down and she's asleep.
Oh,
It's like
I'm jealous.
11:30. For me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll stay up to like 2:30 or 3.
Well, yeah, you got a factory to manage.
Well, no,
You gotta
I'll
clock
just
in your
just
shift.
fucking lay in bed and watch YouTube for like 3
Oh, I get
hours.
that.
And
Are
like
you watching
scroll on
my
my phone and
YouTube
shit.
channel?
Oh yeah.
You better be.
Yeah.
On loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I need to watch the latest one, the condom one. Prophylactics.
Yeah,
need to watch that
because
one.
I can't put condom in the title.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. Like,
It just wouldn't have been circulated to anybody.
I see. Huh.
Yeah, so
Or it would have gone to the wrong communities.
Yeah, definitely. That one was fun. That's the most editing I've ever put into a video
Sick. I'll have to
because
check it
there
out.
wasn't a lot of content that I actually filmed. It was a lot of like, here's the history of some shit that happened and some cool images related.
Do we promote that on here?
I think we have once.
Do you want me to include it in my thing?
Nah.
Okay.
Just if it comes up naturally like this. AJ's archive on YouTube.
Okay, I was like, I don't want to say it. It's your
uh,
channel. It has nothing to do with me.
It's hard to find because it's tiny. But, you know, if you're interested in history and my side projects when I'm avoiding schoolwork,
Yeah.
you know, feel free.
Check it out. It's actually really
It's
interesting.
not bad. It's
And
better than I thought it would
The
be.
stuff that he shows. So imagine all of your, like the stuff that you talk about with your auctions.
Yeah.
It's that, but
the physical.
you walk through like the history of it, and like the one that I really liked was the Korean War,
Korea?
Vietnam. I think it was
Vietnam.
Korean one. The first aid kit.
Yeah, that's my biggest video.
That one was really good.
That one turned out. I don't know why.
That one was
That
really
that
good.
was. It's my biggest video ever, and I completely winged it.
Yeah.
I've got no idea why that one just like. I guess I tagged it. I don't know what, but that's the one that like.
It was a good video.
It kicked off my
honestly.
channel from 20 subscribers to I'm now at 130.
Damn. hell
Pretty
yeah.
much because of that video, and like 2 or 3 after that got decently big, but
Not bad.
that was the catalyst, the turning point.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of B-roll footage from the hiking trip. There will be a video about that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've got like 2 hours of footage to go through, plus the drone destroying that mosquito. But the images turned out fantastic.
Do you
the
get
drone shots.
Does it get a shot of that fucking mosquito
No,
just
it-
getting eviscerated? Just a
There's
little blood
there's
splatter.
a little red
Little
mist. Speaking of fucking auctions, I'm upset.
Why?
I found this beautiful auction on eBay, and it was this beautiful. It looked like it was from a garage sale or something. It's obvious some people found some MCI, some meal combat individual. They're the Vietnam War combat ration before they had meals ready to eat. So they're cans that came in cardboard boxes, and it's bad food. And there was just a ton of, like, they had the boxes with the meals in them, not in great condition. They had a bunch of cans of stuff, rusting up and shit like that. And I was like, holy shit. And a bunch of accessory packs. I'm like, I want this. I could make like 6 videos out of just this. And the bid started at $75, and there was nobody else bidding on it. I put a bid in on the last day. I went to sleep. I had an alarm set. I wake up and start bidding, and I'm in a bidding war with some bitch. And
God damn it.
and I'm going and I'm bidding, and I'm like, what can I honestly spend? Because I have a history that I can, get a little carried away sometimes. So I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I have a hard limit. This is as much as I'm going to go up to. It's fine if I get outbid. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to default my mortgage for
Yeah.
some fucking cans of
Fucking
food from the
can of
Vietnam
food
War.
that you can't even eat anymore.
Yeah, that you can't. It's not even worth it once I'm homeless. So I had this hard limit, and I'm not there yet. And I'm like,
Then
okay,
they go 1 cent over it.
no, and it goes down. It's 1 minute left, and there's no more bids, and I'm the top bidder. I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Turns out eBay bidders are fucking assholes, because with 3 seconds left, somebody increased the bid, and it wasn't enough time for me to counterbid. It doesn't extend it
Yeah, I was
once
going
the
to
time
say
counts
that's
down.
like 3 seconds is the last time to bid, isn't it?
That's the last time you can physically go through the menu to
I
do it.
see.
So they were waiting, placed it on 3 seconds. I click counter bid, and it wasn't enough time to load, and they won. And I wasn't even at my limit yet.
That sucks.
I should have
your limit in and then
gone
didn't.
up to my limit.
Learning experience. You'll get the next one.
Yeah, because I'm
You'll do this to somebody in the next
this is
one.
my only strategy now.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I'm disenfranchised now. It's really sad, but it's all right. I've learned. One of those boxes of the whole ration goes for about $125 plus $20 shipping.
Jesus.
So I would have, I could have bought the whole auction and sold off 2 of the boxes and doubled my money
Yeah, but
at my max.
But you wouldn't have sold it off.
Fuck no, I wouldn't have. Come on. I would have put it on my YouTube and made 0 money because I'm not monetized. It's a hobby. But
That's
yeah.
fair.
And then last night we watched a scary movie, and I want to tell you specifically, you and your lady friend, about it. So you guys got to watch it. We all know A24 movies, the weirdest fucking
Oh, yeah.
shit.
They're either really good or really fucking bad.
I've not watched the bad ones, apparently. I love every single one I've
Don't watch
seen.
the bad ones.
But I also haven't seen, Lamb,
Yeah.
which I'm sure.
Not me neither. I haven't seen that one.
But
It has a bit of a cult following, though.
really, Yeah, I got the feeling from the trailer that it would be like one of those movies that you get really uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
Like in your tummy. But we watched X.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which apparently it's the first in a 3-movie
really?
actual series. It goes X, Pearl, and then Maxine.
Oh, okay.
And we accidentally watched the first one in order, which is good because we also wanted to watch Pearl. We didn't know they were connected though.
Yeah, I didn't know they were either. But it's the same actress, isn't it?
But different character, different role.
Huh.
And now I kind of see why.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense once you, yeah. I'm just implying because I haven't actually seen Pearl, but yeah, you should watch it.
Okay.
And then we'll watch Pearl together. And then we'll watch Maxine when it comes out because holy shit.
It's good.
It had some weird, creepy moments, like weird old people, and probably some of the best titties in a scary movie.
Okay.
I'm
sold.
Just like the whole concept is you got these titty bar workers. You got their manager, essentially, who's also dating one of them. You got some talent, and you got some young, film students. And they go to a farm in the middle of nowhere to film a porno.
Hey, that's all I need to know.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
tell me anything else.
That's all you need.
Sick.
It's really well set up because it's post-Vietnam time period, so it's got the Super 8 when they're filming, but then the regular shots look like an 8mm camera that's widescreen.
Oh yeah.
It's so well done. Some of the shots and transitions are fucking beautiful and nostalgic for movies that I didn't see when they came out because it was 20 years before I was born, but it was
Oh yeah. Okay.
also some of the weirdest, creepiest moments. Like my wife woke up in the middle of the night expecting that
it to have happened.
Something was going to happen.
Jesus.
Because it was so freaky.
Not bad. Yeah.
I was
sold.
good. It was good.
I watched The Big Lebowski this week.
Oh,
with my
hell
girlfriend.
yeah.
She hadn't seen it. And so we both got really fucking high
That's
and
the
watched
way
it.
to do it.
And it was as good as it was the first time. That movie
holds
up so fucking well.
I love that movie so much. It's so good. So, wow, did your phone just fucking
No, that
buzz?
was yours.
Mine's in my pocket.
No, it's not. It's on the table.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Now that you're done with MovieCast,
Yeah, right.
which I have pitched that we do a Pressure Points movie podcast. It's never going to happen, but nah. But we have been watching a lot of movies recently.
Same.
Which leads to us going to sleep so fucking early.
It's because it takes it out of you.
Yeah, but now we're going to talk about the rich bitch of Carroll County. Once you're off your goddamn... No, I'm just kidding. So we enters the world July 5th, 1856, which is how I'm going to announce birthdays now. He entered the world.
Entered the world.
Floyd Allen had a way better start than Timothy Dixon, or whatever his...
Dexter.
Timothy
Dexter.
Dexter.
The exclusive episode that you wrote.
Yes, shut up. So he was born, raised, went to school around Cana, Virginia. I'm wondering if it auto-corrected. My keyboard does that sometimes. Cana, Virginia, let's say.
Yeah, sure. It exists
He's
now.
very well educated because he was part of Carroll County's most prominent family, the Allens.
Ah, the Allens.
They owned huge amounts of farmland. They ran an extremely successful general store because they were probably threatening anybody who tried to open another general store.
They had Piggly Wiggly on their fucking,
Yeah.
on the brink.
On the shit list. They were proud Southern Democrats.
Okay, so this guy's dad, while he grew up, didn't die.
Correct?
He didn't drop out of high school or school at all.
Correct.
So what I said in the exclusive was entirely wrong
Well-
about that being the trend in all
No,
of
that
our
is still
episodes.
the trend. This is an outlier.
Okay. No worries.
This is very much an outlier because he acts like he didn't have any, formal schooling or anything.
God.
So, yeah, proud Southern Democrats, which at the time period, remember, this is pre-Lincoln.
Yeah, these are proud Southern Republicans now.
Yeah. They voted against ending slavery. They voted against the civil rights movement, or the early civil rights movement stuff around this time period. So Southern Democrats means racist as shit.
Yeah, awful people.
Yeah, so he and his...
Pre-1870,
Yeah.
Democrats were fucks.
So they still kind of are. But,
Yeah, I mean, everybody sucks now.
Yeah. Except for those...
Kill everyone, 2024.
I like trans rights activists who own AR-15s. That's my current political party right now.
That's fair.
The femboys.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
They've got to be on the team. They're always on the winning team. So he and his brother, they grew up, inherited a bunch of the family business, and they never really had to work, but they still did, because this is very similar to like the Greys and the what's the other group in Red Dead Redemption? It's the Greys and the.
It's not. I was gonna say the Dentons, but that's not it.
No. You know what I mean. It's a rich Southern family.
Yeah. God damn it.
He and his brother,
because I can't think of what it is, and it's gonna drive me crazy.
The Mayweathers or something.
It's just the most Southern fucking name.
So he and his brother get into legal alcohol production. They get a license from the state.
Oh.
They start producing alcohol legit.
Shit.
It's nice, right? So he very much grew into a big man with a big ego and a bigger temper.
The Braithwaites.
That fuck.
I knew it.
It's on the
I
tip
was
of my...
I was
That
like,
was at
I
my
know
tip.
it's-
That was at my
It's
tip.
such a rich bitch last name.
It really
Fuck
is.
you.
So
There's somebody with just like that's bankrupt and has like $4 billion in debt, broke as shit, is like, my last name's Braithwaite. It's listening.
nah.
Not you. We're not talking about you. You're okay.
So he starts... I'm just going to go briefly through his known history.
Do you know what kind of alcohol they were making?
I think it was rum.
Oh, okay.
No, just moonshine.
Oh.
They were making moonshine.
That's fair.
There we go.
Good old-fashioned grain alcohol.
Oh, yeah. So he, early in his life, he killed a black man who was hunting on his property in North Carolina.
Oh, he Dick Cheney'd a black dude?
He Dick Cheney'd a black dude in
Fuck.
North Carolina. Didn't even go to court.
Well, of course not.
Of course not. He beat a police officer in Mount Airy.
Because at the time, he only killed 3/5 of a person, according to the U.S. government.
It's exactly that whole fucking bullshit.
Jesus.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of a cop in Mount Airy, Virginia.
Who was also black.
Black people couldn't be cops at this time period. Come on. So, yeah, also didn't get any time for it.
Well, yeah, he's a rich kid.
Exactly.
I don't expect him to ever see prison time.
He shot his own cousin, dead.
Dick Cheney'd his own cousin, too?
Yeah.
Was that one also an alleged accident?
I don't know. I couldn't find a lot of details about it because it was so swept under the rug.
Yeah.
By the time that he ended up dying, because, every human dies, he had 13 bullet scars.
What the fuck is he doing?
5 were from fights with his family.
Okay. Real quick.
Yeah.
If you have, like, anger issues, don't have a gun in the house. If you have a history of shooting family
Dick
members,
Cheneying family members.
also don't have fucking guns in the house. What the hell?
Nah, this is Virginia.
So this
the Wild
so
West.
shooting people as a pastime is in his genetic code.
Pretty much.
Okay. This makes a lot more sense now.
So
I predict there's going to be a lot more shootings later on in this episode.
Maybe. 1889 rolls around, and 2 of his brothers, he has many siblings, many family members, because they're a clan.
Yeah. They're rich.
this area.
They insist on having, especially when you're killing half of them off.
Exactly.
Like, when one kills a cousin, you've got to make up for that. Mm-hmm. You got to account for that, too.
He had a brother Garland and a brother Sidna. They were put on trial in 1889 for carrying concealed pistols and assaulting a group of 13 men.
Oh, my God, dude.
Floyd was also indicted for this assault.
What the fuck is
So he
wrong
didn't even
with these
conceal
people?
a gun. He just helped beat the shit somehow out of 13 dudes.
No, he concealed one and just didn't get found.
Yeah, exactly. But by December of that year, the attorney dropped the case, the prosecutor dropped the weapons charges, and the brothers Garland and Sidna, were charged $5 plus court fees.
Fuck off. off.
It's like, what the fuck is... Like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Floyd had a gun on him. He just said granddaddy's name before
Yeah.
Cigna and fucking...
Sidna. Yeah.
Sidna
and
fucking
Garland.
Garland. Why? Their names sound like spices.
They really do.
All of their names sound like you could say ground after it.
Yeah.
Like,
Add
or before
some-
it.
yeah.
You could say...
Add some ground Sidna to the dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing. Everybody's named after a fucking cooking spice. His sister, sarsaparilla. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
right?
off.
And saffron.
Yeah,
his
saffron.
niece.
His niece.
No, so as you would expect, Carroll County was ruled by the Allens. They were
No!
Yeah. They were friends.
Their uncle was a fucking judge.
They were friends with many of the judges.
Well, of course, they're rich.
And we're going to go into that a little bit. But Carroll County Judge Robert C. Jackson, at one point in his career, he stated, Floyd Allen was perhaps the worst man of the Klan. Overbearing, vindictive, high-tempered, brutal, with no respect for law, and little or no regard for human life. During my term in office, Floyd Allen was several times charged with violations of law. In several instances, he escaped indictment. I am satisfied because the witnesses were afraid to testify to the facts before the grand jury. So now it turns out he would just threaten jurors.
Oh, yeah, of
He would
course.
just threaten witnesses.
What are they gonna do?
And they just got away with it. So a decade of this goes on, of his just terrorizing anybody and everybody.
Jesus.
In 1904, the judge, in his memoirs, essentially, recalled a 1904 trial where Floyd was convicted of assaulting a neighbor whose name was Noah Combs. Floyd wanted to buy a farm that was attached to his land.
That wasn't for sale.
No, actually, it was being sold by one of his own brothers.
Oh, okay.
But the brother wouldn't cut the cost. It wouldn't sell him to a cheap. He would say, no, give me the asking price. We're rich. I know you're rich. I know your finances.
Yeah.
You get, daddy's trust fund just like I do. Like,
What are you
can
gonna do?
afford it.
Shoot me? God.
So Noah was like, okay, I'll pay you asking price. I want this farm.
Yeah.
So he buys it. Despite Floyd saying, you better butt out of my business.
Yeah.
Almost a direct quote. He did say butt out.
Get a bit out of my business.
Floyd shot Noah.
Well, who could have ever
buying
expected that?
the fucking...
Non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Yeah.
Luckily. Floyd was sentenced to 1 hour in jail and a $100 fine for shooting this
Okay,
dude.
here's the thing. When it comes to jail time served, inflation doesn't fucking change that. It's not like back then they were doing, 3 hours in jail. They were still doing fucking 25-year sentences. This piece of shit still only got a fucking hour.
Yeah,
because he's
for
this
shooting a
rich
dude.
piece of shit.
He then posted bail pending the appeal. Because, of course, he's going to appeal.
1 hour in jail?
He's appealing 1 hour in jail. He shows up to court with a former county judge and a former county attorney as his defense team.
Yeah. Ugh.
He then...
So that goes
yeah.
to show that a former county judge 10 years before this event very likely was a sitting judge that his family was insisting he always goes before. That's why everything gets dismissed.
That's what they were doing, straight up.
Yeah.
They were choosing the judge they wanted to do. And at the time...
when you can pay to choose your battles, you
at
pay
the
to
time,
choose your battles.
You could legally hire a judge to be your attorney for the case that he was presiding over. That was legal in this county at the time. So they would do that. They would say, I'm going to pay you to be my attorney. You're also the judge.
Conflict of interest
No.
did not exist at this time.
No such thing. No such thing. He then, he dick swinging in this courtroom over 1 hour of jail time. And he opens a scroll, I imagine, and it's an order of clemency from the governor that basically says that it suspends the sentence. It says, no, he doesn't have to go to jail for 1 hour. I'm the governor.
Oh, my God.
So he doesn't have to go over 1 hour in jail.
Jesus Christ.
1 hour in a county jail where, guess what? His brother, Jasper, also known as Jack, was a local constable. Because of course he was.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And then another brother, he gets out. Mm-hmm. He is very soon after found arguing with Jasper, the constable, and another one of their brothers about their father's estate. which leads to a gunfight.
How? At what is Floyd the oldest, or the middle child, or the youngest?
I got
Do you
no
know?
idea.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
There's so many kids,
he
I
gives
could not
off,
keep it.
He gives off major youngest child.
He does.
Syndrome. So bad.
I don't think he's
like,
the oldest.
Like the youngest of like 15 kids is what he comes off as.
Yeah. So they start fighting. They get into a gunfight.
Of course, as is tradition.
Floyd shoots Jack in the head, but it glances off his skull.
Off of his thick fucking rich
Yeah.
skull.
And then Floyd gets shot in the chest. And he says, "Fuck you, Jack." And he grabs his pistol and beats the shit out of Jack.
Beats
with
a bullet into his brain.
Yeah, launches it in there.
He takes a bullet out, puts it on his head, and just starts hitting it.
Well, luckily
so
they
that it
were only
fires.
using revolvers, so they only had 6 shots.
dude.
Otherwise, they would have kept shooting. Imagine if they had an extended clip like Uzi. The whole town would have been decimated.
I don't think the Allens would be the richest family in Virginia if automatic guns were a thing back
that
then.
is very true. Guess what he gets sentenced for this whole fight?
For the entire fight, for beating up the constable of...
The constable who is also his brother
Yeah.
and shooting him. And
After he just narrowly dodged 1 entire hour in jail, I'm going to say he is sentenced to an overnight stay in county prison.
$100 fine and 1 hour in jail.
1 hour in jail again. And guess who he fucking hires
Nope.
to defend it?
He tells the judge straight up that I will never spend a minute in jail as long as the blood flows through my veins. So he just didn't go.
And
He
nothing
just
happened. They didn't do
Didn't
anything.
go to jail, and they did nothing.
How long after the trial of him not getting the hour in jail did he beat the shit out of his brother?
This must have been weeks at most.
Oh, I was hoping it was within that hour.
That would have been
Because if
better.
it was within that hour, it's like, you could have really fucking solved a problem
yeah,
here.
could have solved that. And yeah, just nothing happened because of course. And of course,
spend a second.
Yep.
I fucking hate it.
so
Go to hell.
ridiculous. I hate this guy and his family.
He's such a cunt. At least fucking Timothy Dexter was slightly likable for how dumb he was.
Yeah.
Sorry for continuing to reference the
No, it's
exclusive
great.
everyone,
It's great.
But it was a good episode. And we also just recorded
Yeah.
it.
So it's fresh. Yeah. So literally the entire family still held power in politics. Despite all of this.
Yeah.
And all of this getting news time, in the newspapers, didn't give a shit. 1908, Floyd and another family who goes by HC were deputized with the goal of they would get custody of some prisoners and they were transporting them or something.
Yeah.
They did the classic beat the shit out of prisoners and claim they were resisting arrest because who's the court gonna believe bit.
Well, who would have thought with the guy who has a previous, black person murder on their record? Yeah. I could have never seen something like that happen.
Interestingly enough, the prisoners did try to give some charges over to Floyd and HC.
So you mean to tell me that the man with a violent criminal history wanted to become a cop?
Yeah. Weird. And because his brother was a constable and they were real friendly with the sheriff, they could just get deputized at any time.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy. So they were charged. They were actually charged with this assault, assaulting a person in custody.
Yeah, and he was charged with 45 minutes in jail.
$10 fine, 10 days in jail.
Oh, well, he's not going to serve it.
Within a month, the governor approved their petition for executive clemency. It's basically
overriding the judge, I would
No,
assume.
it's like what's that thing that cops use?
Immunity.
Like applied immunity or whatever that's called. I forgot.
Something like that. It's like guaranteed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They just called it executive clemency. So the governor said, "Okay, yeah, you don't have to spend 10 days in jail, and you have the right to qualified immunity."
Qualified immunity.
Yeah. And they then regained the right to hold office without spending a day in jail.
So
'Cause
it
the governor
basically
said
just
so.
voids everything anyway.
Yeah. Because they were acting within the law. It doesn't matter that they were shown that they did act incorrectly. They were still immune You see?
Well, here's
you
an
see
idea.
the roots of qualified immunity?
Maybe your fucking laws should specify things a little bit better, like not stripping the rights of someone that's in jail.
Yeah, that is currently detained.
Maybe.
Not charged
maybe.
yet, detained.
Here's an idea. Instead of, they weren't even fucking charged.
No!
They were just detained. Oh, my
They were
fucking
detained.
God, even worse.
Yeah. Innocent until proven guilty.
Regardless, instead of stripping rights and turning people, incarcerated people, into literal slavery, maybe if you turn it into a rehabilitation thing and work your laws around that idea
Nah.
and let them keep their rights and treat them like fucking
Humans?
citizens of an actual country.
I'm sorry. That would not benefit
Yeah,
the
no,
Allen
sorry,
family.
that's-
You can't do that.
I'm sorry, my bad. I forget that adjusting laws around anyone that's in a fucking penal system is just a bad approach.
How dare you? They're
Whoa,
criminals.
that's too far.
Despite not
That's-
being charged yet.
That's divisive, D.
Oh,
God, that
crazy.
shit drives me nuts.
And you know what time it is? 30-minute mark. I need to pee.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. I feel better.
Good.
Are you still pissed off at this guy and the
Of
family
course I
and
fucking am.
the fact that our laws are set up to benefit those at the very top of the economy?
Yeah, really satisfying.
Yeah, really good. By 1910, Sidna, one of the brothers, was back on his
Ground
bullshit.
Sidna, one of my favorite things to add to coffee.
I'm a crushed Sidna myself. He got caught counterfeiting $20 coins. I imagine they were really poorly made.
Yeah. I like to think that it was like he sketched his own fucking
Yeah, they were
his
hand
own
carved.
silhouette into it.
Yeah, probably. In Allen's We Trust or something.
Yeah.
He got caught with his partner making $20 coins. He was found not guilty, but his partner was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Despite both of them
Because they weren't married
counterfeit,
yet, is my assumption.
Yeah, because they couldn't be because they were both dudes.
His
crime partner.
Partner.
No,
I
I'd say
see.
significant other in this.
Yeah. I see.
No, yeah,
Dude,
so,
I
isn't
would be
that
I would be
ridiculous?
so fucking
If I was
pissed.
that guy, if I was the
I'd be
partner,
like,
I'd be
wait. The same crime, and we're not being punished the same. Are
Yeah.
you fucking joking?
He's not guilty.
I
I'm
would be
guilty with
so
5 years.
Pissed.
Dude, I would spend that 5 years getting jacked and then go strangle that dude.
I actually think I would be even more furious if Sidna was given an hour in jail and I was given 5 years, because that's an even bigger.
That is a bigger
finger.
middle finger because that admits.
Yeah, that
Guilt.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like saying, okay, yeah, he was. This
Yeah.
wasn't all your idea. He did have a part in it, but because of his name, we're not going to give him 5 years. He only gets 1
Yeah.
hour. I'd be like, I'm going to burn this fucking.
Oh, it's that
city
that
all
that
down.
sounds really familiar. It's like that rape case where the guy got 6 months and was out after 3 months on good behavior because he was a swimmer.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Brock Turner, don't forget
Yeah.
the name. If you ever see him, harass him.
Brock, rapist
Turner. Yeah. Fucking asshole. So Sidna was then retried, probably because that guy was so pissed. He was retried for it the next year, sentenced to 2 years.
Oh, I guarantee that guy raised hell.
Yeah, but they appealed it and won on a perjury charge.
Yeah, because they bought the judge.
Yeah, so they didn't get anything. Then they had the balls. The family had the absolute balls to complain to the court system that they couldn't get justice from that judge, and another judge
God.
should have played the role. That other judge that they called out appointed Floyd and HC as police officers, official police officers. Not a conflict of interest at all. But you know that thing where they beat the shit out of some dudes in custody?
Yeah, they were. I mean,
Now they can do that anytime they
yeah,
want.
they've experienced qualified immunity, so why not just give it to them?
Yeah. And because they're not deputized by the sheriff, it can't be revoked by the sheriff. They're not sheriffs. They're not deputies.
Whoa,
they are
whoa.
police
I
officers.
can't arrest myself,
Yeah.
but I am an Allen, so I probably can somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
But I won't.
Unfortunately for the Allens, this is real dark time in their family.
Is it ALAN or
ALLENS?
Oh, okay.
All right, that's Allens, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, super dark time in their history.
Yeah,
Virginia enacted
sure.
sweeping court reforms.
Oh no!
They basically
The
made
consequences of my actions.
They made it so that it's a circuit court system with one full-time judge who presides, and that judge is appointed by state legislature. And they made it illegal for judges to practice law for private clients while acting as the judge on the bench for that client.
And this is why the Allens don't currently run Virginia anymore.
So pretty much it's just they can't pick their judge anymore.
Yeah. They can't pick them and they can't buy them.
Yeah. Well, not as easily.
Yeah.
Especially because the judge who's, put into place at a higher level is hopefully somebody who's, doesn't live in that county at that time,
But this is pre-1900, so there's a good fucking
This is
chance.
early 1900s.
Oh, it's early now?
Yeah, this is Sidna, all that's, let's see. When they beat up those prisoners, that was 1908.
Oh, okay.
And Sidna's trial was 1910.
Damn, so Floyd's almost 60. He was born in 56?
Now I got to scroll up. Yeah, 56. I did not realize how old he was at this point.
Damn.
All right, that's going to make this even crazier. So at this point, he's the patriarch of the entire family. He's the mob boss.
Yeah. Old Uncle Floyd.
Yep. December 1910. Funny that you just said that. Two of his nephews, one named their brothers, Wesley and Sidna.
Oh, okay.
Another Sidna, different Sidna.
Oh my God.
This is Sidna Edwards,
Jesus fucking Christ,
who's the nephew of Floyd, and Wesley Edwards, nephew of Floyd. They attended a corn shucking bee. Because what the fuck else are you going to do?
Corn shucking bee?
Yeah.
Like BEE?
BEE.
So like a spelling bee, but for
with corn shucking.
kids who can't spell?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And Wesley...
I don't want to hear shit about fucking participation awards ever again in my fucking life.
Yeah, right?
A corn shucking bee?
Corn shucking bee.
The fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fucking boomers.
Somehow more preposterous than the pronunciation bee that they have in Solar Opposites.
Somehow.
Which is absolutely stupid, but a corn shucking bee is fucking idiocracy.
So I had to reread it like 6 times. It's like, no way. This is fake.
Oh my God. And it's put on by the Allen family is my guess.
Probably.
They were like, oh yeah, our degenerate son Floyd doesn't know how to fucking read. He only knows how to read 9mm.
Yeah.
Like
45.
Those are the only two. That's the one number and the one letter that he fucking understands. So he can't spell. Why don't we just have him do what he does best? And the state
Shuck
said,
some
whoa,
corn.
we can't have him shoot people on stage.
Yeah.
They were like, what about just, I don't know, shucking corn? And they were like, sounds great.
Yeah. So it was
Jesus
an event.
Christ.
Isn't that stupid? Wesley kissed a girl who just so happened to be
Like
dating
on stage?
No, just
Oh.
at the event. It's like a fair,
okay.
like a little carnival thing. He kissed a girl who was dating another kid named Will Thomas, which led to them
Shooting one another.
fisting each other, fighting each other with fists. So there's a little bit of fight. They broke it up. These are young men.
Yeah.
Church the next morning, which just so happens to be the services are being run by Wesley's uncle, who is the prime witness.
What the fuck? Like,
I know. They're in everything. They are in everything.
God,
they
dude,
own
there's
everything.
So many of them.
The next morning, according to Wesley's uncle, Will challenged Wesley to a fight in the middle of church. Just burst out. He's the only witness who ever spoke.
I sure hope he clarified no weapons.
Well, Wesley and Sidna claim that Will and 3 other friends beat them up, and they were just defending themselves.
What year is this?
1910.
Oh, thank God it's not after 1911. Fuck's sakes. Because we all know they'd have a fucking 1911 in hand.
Yeah, that's fucking true. They fucking would. So they're So Wesley claims Will and three friends beat him up, and then Sidna came to his rescue. They were defending themselves. But other witnesses who wanted to remain anonymous for some reason didn't really agree with that story, and the nephews were charged with disorderly conduct, assault with a deadly weapon, because I'm pretty sure one of them had a knife or a gun, and disturbing public worship. So they immediately flee over state lines and just get a job at a quarry in like North Carolina or something like
They
that.
just go to North Carolina where, North
still own
Carolina
land.
doesn't have that whole law with you can't buy a judge. But so they went to a better place in North Carolina.
So the
Worked their way
local
down to
court
Florida slowly.
knew where they were. They set out warrants. They sent the warrants to sheriffs in North Carolina, where they picked up the men. They arrested them. Like, all right, we'll do a prisoner exchange at the state line. So a deputy sheriff from Carroll County drives his little buggy with his driver to the state line. They pick him up, and because Sidna had already tried to escape, they just tie him to a chair.
Good.
And then
Fucking good.
Wesley gets handcuffed.
Was it an electric chair? Because
Should have been.
God damn.
Interestingly enough, as they're driving to town to the jailhouse, Floyd on a horse just shows up. He's just on his way home, and he gets right in front of the buggy, and the deputy pulls a revolver and says, "Move!
Oh,
Get
shit.
the fuck out of here! Like, this is not okay." Floyd moved. He went up the road.
Well, that's a surprise, because I could see... It surprises me that Floyd didn't try to turn this into a fucking duel.
I think you're
nutcase.
speaking a little too early. He went up the road and blocked the narrow road next to their general store with his horse, so that when they would drive up, they can't get past it without getting the horse. So once again,
He pulled out his fucking...
deputy pulled out the gun, and they started fighting. Turns out the deputy's gun didn't even work.
What?
It was it was a time period where you just flash a gun and people are like,
sure.
okay, like Andy Taylor,
police badge in the 80s kind of thing.
Yeah. So, unfortunately for him, the gun didn't work, and Floyd beat the shit out of him with his own gun. He got
After
the revolver.
he ran out of bullets and missed all six of them.
It didn't even have bullets in it. And he beat the shit out of him, left his body in a ditch, and then the driver was like, oh shit. Driver had his own gun, shot at Floyd, shot his finger, didn't even do much.
Yeah.
Got away and started
Floyd,
calling the
remember,
sheriff.
Floyd has 13 bullet holes in him already.
Yeah. So,
If not more. 13 was when he was like 12.
yeah, probably. So the driver gets away and gets to a phone and starts calling the sheriff, saying what's happening. Floyd releases the nephews.
Of course he does.
They find the deputy beat in a pit, but alive. He recovers.
Oh, thank God.
And
Actually,
Floyd,
no, ACAB.
ACAB, yeah. Well, he was deputized, so it's not like he chose. So they're like, what the fuck do we do? So Floyd later stated that he didn't want to free the boys. He just didn't want them to be tied up.
He didn't want him to have to serve a single second in prison.
I don't want them free. You know, the court system needs to, justice and what have you. I just didn't want to see him handcuffed and tied up because they already fled state lines. What the fuck?
Then why did you open the fucking buggy?
Why did you untie them and let them take them? He took them.
Oh my God.
Back to their home. And
this is a family matter.
No, the following Monday, Floyd turned him in.
Oh.
Officially, to the court. He's
at least he gave him the weekend to get it out of their system.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wesley was given 60 days, and Sidna was given 30 days.
Wow.
And they didn't serve a day in prison because it was all on work release. Probably at their own farm.
Yeah.
At
home.
At home, yeah.
On the 700 acres that the Allens have owned.
Yeah, oh no.
Yeah, police that in the early 1900s.
Yeah, try me, bitch.
Yeah, god damn.
So Floyd is in the shit now because he kind of beat the shit out of the
He's
deputy.
a piece of shit.
Like, this is something that he's not going to be able to easily buy his way out of. He knows it, and the court system knows it.
Good. Fuck you, Floyd.
Yeah, so William Foster enters scene. Enters left.
Floyd versus Foster.
William Foster is the Commonwealth's attorney, kind of like the district attorney.
Yeah.
He's a Republican who was elected just like barely more votes than one of the Allens who were also running for district attorney, essentially.
Probably
So,
Floyd.
yeah, probably. So already the Allens didn't like this guy.
Yeah.
This guy didn't like the Allens. So he says, we need to get a grand jury and
Fuck
investigate
yes.
Floyd. Like, I'm sick of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because he's
are.
had to deal with all the threats.
It's
and
been
everything.
30 minutes. I'm sick of this bullshit.
Yeah, right? So he and some of his brothers were indicted for interference, with the blah, 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 admission of justice, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Floyd himself was indicted for assault and battery and set for trial.
Good.
Always works out, right?
Oh, every time, yeah. So far, up to this point in the story, yeah, it's totally worked out every time.
So their testimony was, no, I just didn't want to see him tied up. And the brothers were like, I wasn't even there. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't tell him that he just walked, or, just drove his buggy past my house so Floyd could intercept him.
Yeah, Jesus
Had nothing to
Christ.
do with me. So, Floyd then fairly publicly threatened the deputy that he beat the shit out of and said, if you testify, I'm going to murder you. I'm going to kill you.
Ah, yes, back to his roots.
Yeah, so the deputy actually left the state and would not testify because of the severity of the threat. He then started threatening
Christ.
other possible witnesses and who he thought might be the jurors.
Oh, my God, dude. Just blanket. He just put it in the newspaper.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Allen Times.
Yeah, yeah. So the judge who was known he was Thornton Massey.
That's his name?
Yeah, Thornton Massey.
Whoa,
that was the
man.
judge who made HC and Floyd
Yeah.
police officers months before.
God.
So he actually brought in Floyd and Jack, the constable brother, into the court early and said, "Hey, are you threatening people?" And he said, "No, I'm not threatening nobody, nah."
Ooh, me, I wouldn't dare.
And then the judge said, "Hey, if this keeps up, if I keep hearing that you're threatening people, I'm bringing in state troops. Like,
Whoa.
I'm going to bring in the army."
Damn.
And
Hell yeah.
like, if any more rumors come around, and Floyd's pissed, but he says, "All right, yeah, I'm not threatening anybody." And he's like, "Nobody can talk to me that way."
Yeah, he's a 60-year-old fuck.
Yeah. After it took a year to finally get to the trial,
Jeez.
March 13th, 1912, the trial relied on the driver's testimony because the deputy was still out of the state. Like, he was gone completely.
yeah,
He's not moving back.
disappeared, yeah.
Like,
My
took
assumption
all his
is,
shit, sold his shit, settled down somewhere
this
else.
is like 1910. Dude changed his name, just bought a house with cash,
Done.
and like wrote a new social security number.
Yeah, right? Just wrote it out.
Yeah. All threes.
So the jury could not agree that day, so they were sequestered overnight, which to me means he's threatened some of them. He got to some of
Oh,
them.
yeah, no.
To make it
because
not-
he came into court and he's fucking screaming.
He comes into
and
court
shit.
and he's got two guns and he's pointing them at the witness, one at the witness, one at the jury stand. He's like, "What?"
God damn it.
The next day,
The bullets in these shouldn't be what scares you. It should be the butt of the gun that I beat the shit out of you with.
many of the court officials were packing heat. The judge packed a gun. Like, the clerk,
damn it.
everybody basically was packing heat because they're like, something's going to happen. This guy...
Somehow this episode has more guns in it than any of our World War II episodes.
Seriously. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it, but everybody was
Jesus.
packing a revolver.
This is the perfect example of how bad the gun situation is in the U.S.
Yeah, and this is
100 years ago.
This is before semi-automatic pistols. This is before, like, bolt-action rifles, essentially.
This is
I mean, they
before-
had 'em,
this is
but, you
before
know.
Columbine.
Yeah,
For
this is
fuck's
before
sakes.
AR-15s and
Oh my god!
all this crazy shit. Most people had a breach action shotgun and a revolver.
God damn.
So they were worried. There were many court officials who were quoted by the investigator or by the journalists and stuff by saying, I expect trouble." Even the judge was like, "I expect trouble when this verdict comes out."
Yeah. Damn, this is a big one.
So the next day, it was interesting because the courtroom, there's a spectator section, and if you're a member of the public, you can go and sit in there and stuff like that. The second day, it was all different people in the spectator group. It was all family members of the Allens.
Oh, God, dude.
In the court. And, God, I imagine the tension.
They're all wearing fucking tactical rigs and
yeah,
shit.
Not just leather trench coats. And combat
all of them
boots.
are walking with, like, surprisingly stiff legs. They have a shotgun down
in
each
boot.
pant leg.
Yeah. And jury returns with the verdict.
Oh,
The
God.
jury foreman tells the judge, we, find the defendant guilty
Oh, thank God.
to be charged with 1 year in prison.
What? Fucking God.
Floyd, before the judge has officially done the sentencing in the gavel,
Yeah, he's lowering the gavel and it gets shot off.
yeah, no, the Floyd looks at the judge and says, if you sentence me on that verdict, I will kill you. To his face, in front of the whole
Kick
fucking
it-
court.
Kick it to 10 years, please, for the love of God. Life in prison.
The judge says, we find you guilty, sentenced to 1 year in prison. Floyd stands up to make his statement, his response.
The way that you put your hands out was like he's drawing both guns.
No. I was just, I'm speaking with my hands. So
You're good.
he stands up.
It looked like he was just like, he stood up to make his fucking statement.
Yeah. He stands up,
God.
and this is from the perspective of one of his attorneys. Floyd looks back at the attorneys. He thinks like he's gonna say something, because he's kind of dumb. It takes him a minute to formulate the words, and he looks up at the judge, and he goes to pull a gun.
Oh, God.
The county clerk starts blasting. All the guns come out, and it's just gunfire everywhere. The judge is shot. Like,
You know what the fucking episode picture needs to be?
it's got to be Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's literally, and then I started blasting.
Yeah.
And his whole family, all the spectators in the crowd,
All had guns.
One of them had a couple of them had shotguns. You were right.
Jesus
And they had
fucking
revolvers, and everybody's just shooting at everybody. And people are diving to the floor, and the Allens are like shooting and
God.
backing out of the courtroom. They even shot someone just running down the block away from the gunfire. They shot him in the back.
God damn, dude.
And so it was a couple of volleys of return fire. The Allens leave. Judge Massey is dead.
Oh, my God, bro.
The sheriff is dead. Attorney Foster, William Foster, he's dead. The jury foreman is dead. Elizabeth Ayer, a 19-year-old who was a witness, is dead. She got shot in the back as she was running away.
God damn.
As they left. They were all shot and killed. There were like 7 other people wounded, including Floyd. He caught a couple bullets in the hip.
Oh, well, too bad it wasn't in the fucking skull.
Yeah, right. And yeah, they massacred
Yeah, an
These
entire
guys.
fucking, like,
jury.
Jury.
And yeah, the entire court system right there.
God damn.
And
There
Floyd,
would have been fewer deaths if they just set the building on fire.
yeah, Floyd was worried. He was injured bad enough that he just checked into the hotel down the road.
God. I hate this fucking family.
Later on, that night, deputies showed up to the hotel to arrest Floyd, who tried to slash his own throat with a pocket knife, but obviously failed
Oh, thank God.
because the deputies, stopped him. And then there became a crisis of law and justice.
Oh, my God.
Virginia state law at the time stated that when a sheriff died, all of his deputies were stripped of all their power instantly in that moment. So those deputies arrested him illegally because they didn't have the legal power to arrest people because they weren't technically
But he
deputies.
wasn't dead.
The sheriff was dead.
Floyd?
Floyd's not the sheriff.
Who's... God damn.
Sheriff Weber or something.
Oh, okay. I was
Just a
I
random
was turned
sheriff.
around. I was thinking
No.
that he was Jesus.
No,
Christ.
he was just a police officer.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the deputies lost power, which basically means there's no legitimate
But it
law
was like
enforcement
a citizen's arrest
because
basically.
of that. So there was no law for a period of time, except for unless you want to count HC and Floyd, who were technically police officers.
Yeah, they are the law.
So other judges and attorneys and stuff send a letter to the governor, to send troops, to send soldiers, to do anything. There's mob violence and shootouts and all this shit happening. The governor also then hired the Baldwin Felts Detective Agency to get to the bottom of who shot first, who possibly could have done this.
Yeah.
Which, listen to Stinkerton if you want a background on detective agencies. The episode
Jesus
Stinkerton.
Christ.
Whatever
it's like
that was.
Season 2, episode fucking
I thought it was 3.
6 or something.
Something like that.
Nah, it's 2.
Really good episode. They send out their detectives to start investigating as the troops settle everybody down. They actually set up a bounty for many of the Allen's family higher-ranking members. Up to, I think somebody had a $500 reward on them and all this stuff.
Damn.
And a lot of these people are skipping town, hiding out on their, 700 acres or whatever, and all this stuff. A lot of them were picked up really quick, brought into custody, brought into jail.
Except for
Within the first month. Now, he got shot in the hip, and he's 60, so a hip injury is fatal, essentially.
He's just bedridden.
Yeah, so they're going around. The detectives are just looking for the last couple people. The last few people. And then it turns out the IRS enters the scene. The IRS was actually investigating the family
Oh, thank God.
for illegal liquor trafficking.
God damn it, I fucking love the IRS.
So they show up and they start raiding properties because they have warrants for the liquor business, and they happen to find the people with the bounties on them.
Oh, thank the Lord.
So they're able to get in because they have warrants and that the detectives didn't. So they round up the rest of the people that they were looking for.
This is like fucking Al Capone all over again.
Oh, yeah.
I shit you not, if you are a criminal, there's nothing scarier than the IRS. The FBI and CIA won't do shit. The IRS will fucking catch you.
They will fuck you up. And it's ridiculous. I think that certain members of the family were engaging in illegal liquor trafficking when they had legitimate liquor creation. Like, some of the family members were doing it legitimately. And this is pre-prohibition, so
Yeah.
I don't get it, but
Yeah, huh?
whatever. They were just trying to make more money. So they found multiple illegal stills, and everybody's pretty much
Good.
in custody. They had tons of witnesses for this, huge shootout.
Oh, yeah.
And they start trying people for murder based on a conspiracy within the family. They get a guy who was like, yeah, Crush Sidna ordered 500 rounds of 32s and 500 9mm from me, and I gave it to him. So they, a month before this. So they were planning to shoot up the courthouse
Jesus
anyway.
Christ. Yeah.
It's got to be, I don't know what would go through their head as this, powerful family. Maybe they were dwindling in power or something, but what did they expect to happen when they kill a judge?
Realistically, I don't think that they truly ever came around to the idea when the laws changed.
It must have been.
I think that they had gotten away with it at this point for, 60 years is what we know of, but there's a good chance that they've been doing it for, the 80 years or 70 years before when Virginia was established. They've been doing it for a long fucking time.
They've been getting away with it.
So the law changes and
they still think they're above it.
Great grandpa, dad, kids, they all think, oh, well, this has never stopped us before, so it's not going to stop us this time.
It's got to be. So after many, many witnesses were put on the stand, it was determined that the first shots were from 2 of the Allen's clan, and they shot the judge first. Mm-hmm. So when he went for his gun, 2 people already had him out and shot the judge.
Jesus Christ.
And killed him basically instantly, and then the exchange happened.
You've also got to take into account that, this entire family, there is, I joke that they have, pulling a pistol in their blood, but, I think that they have violent tendencies and, very likely undiagnosed, extremely high blood pressure in their family. Yeah. And so anything that doesn't go exactly their way, they're spoiled rich kids.
Spoiled rich kids with tempers.
Through, they're just gonna go off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
They're bound to.
Yeah. One of those first two people who shot was his son, Claude.
God.
So Floyd was found guilty of first-degree murder, as well as Claude Allen.
Please tell me Floyd spent any time in fucking prison, even if it's just 5 seconds.
He, many other high-ranking members of the Allens clan were also charged with jail time and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get into it. But these two, father-son,
Yeah.
they were
Floyd and
sentenced
Claude.
to death by electrocution.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they had to sit in prison for a short amount of time before they electrocuted the shit out of them.
They die in a prison, I'm okay with it.
Oh, yeah, it works.
Like, I shouldn't even say generally. I don't support, like solving a problem like this by just ultimately killing somebody. I don't think that really solves a lot of problems unless you're rich. Then you can
die. Yeah.
Then I'm okay with fucking capital murder.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I'm okay with it when it's an death by electrocution because it's a lot cheaper and arguably more
that's true,
ethical
'cause
than
the
injection.
things are like way. It's
They
like,
get fucked up all
it's like
the
super
time.
expensive, isn't it?
Super expensive. It's super painful. And it usually goes wrong because the people administering it are not medical professionals 99% of the time because medical professionals refuse to do that shit.
Who
most
would've
of the
thought?
time.
Who
Yeah.
the fuck would have thought?
Crazy.
Unless it's a medical professional in Florida.
Well, yeah. That's the
They're
caveat.
like, oh, another kind of injection? Yeah, sign me up.
I'm down.
How much can I get paid for this? Mm-hmm. Do I need to give him lip injections before?
Yeah. Hey, can we do Botox? Just charge it to his account? We don't mind if he goes in overdraft. So Sidna, brother Sidna, got 35 years in prison. Wesley, who was involved in the shooting, got 27 years. Nephew Sidna got 15 years. Friel Allen,
Ew.
who was a cousin or something, he got 18 years.
Dude's name really is a fucking, like, shake machine in a really weird gas station. Friel.
Friel. For those four, after about 10 years, various governors pardoned them. So they spent 10 years in prison, got out.
Hey, 10 years is okay
I'll
with
take
me.
it. I'll take it.
It's more than an hour. I'm fine with it.
Another one, a cousin or something, who knows, got charged for an illegal still because they couldn't charge him with being involved in the shooting because he turned state's witness. So he turned state witness thinking, oh, I got out of any prison time.
Nah,
I'd betrayed my family. And then the IRS got him.
He turned state witness so that they wouldn't look into his illegal still. That's what it was.
He only got 1 year for that illegal still, but he died of pneumonia in prison.
Fuck you, bitch.
And then old Jack the constable, he was stripped of his constable role, but
Hell
he
yeah.
didn't see any jail time. But within a year, he was shot dead by a moonshiner that he had a dispute with because he was still trying to do the moonshining stuff, despite his entire family being taken
Jesus.
down in it.
Thank God.
And they were electrocuted. The father-son electrocuted in the same chair, 11 minutes apart.
Romantic.
Father then son.
Oh, how sweet an ending.
It's the only ending that would have been satisfying.
Yeah. I was like, if these rich fucks live, I was going to be so mad.
No. And after this, the family basically lost all their power.
Yeah. The Allen name was tarnished.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them were forced to sell off large amounts of land. And then I assume that there were some of them who were still like, oh, this name used to mean something.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That definitely happened for another 100 years.
Yeah. Still probably does.
Yeah. I'm one of the Allens.
I'm an Allen boy.
Before the War of Northern Aggression, we were strong.
Before we killed all that fucking judges and jury.
My great-great-grandpappy killed many a black folk.
God, for real.
Seriously.
Goodness gracious. Well, you made it.
We made it.
2 episodes.
2 episodes in one day. That's
both
crazy.
yours too.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, now I know what you felt like last month.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a struggle. Like 3 episodes in 2
I
weeks,
lucked
I
out.
think.
I lucked out. Like, I found these really early. They were super compelling, and I was able to just go for it.
Both really good.
I lucked
too.
out. I'm never going to be able to find something this quick for something so that has legs, you know?
I've got I'm so happy that I've been given the green light on like corrupt sports episodes.
Oh, yeah. What you got? You got some coming up?
I found a handful. I'm not going to do them like back to back to back. This isn't going to become a corrupted sports podcast. No. But I have like 4 stories that I know of.
Yeah.
And then I found another one this week that I had no idea happened. And I was like, oh, that's a Pressure Points episode. So over the next couple of seasons, I'll get all 5 of these out. It won't be like a regular thing. Don't worry. But good fucking episodes.
Thank
today.
you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I feel like I can rest now.
Yeah.
It's only
for one whole weekend.
one day. Yeah. School starts on Tuesday.
Oh,
woo! But at least I don't have to work Labor Day.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's play video games and drink tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, bada bing, baby.
Hey.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Patreon, while you pull that up, if you're interested, we do an exclusive every month, and if we don't get it every month, then the next month you get 2, like September.
Yeah, it works. On average, you get 1 a month.
We have 14 exclusive episodes on there now, 15th coming in September, and we have like 20-plus Sloppy Seconds episodes.
Who's
more
September?
On the way. What?
Coming in September?
Yeah.
Who's September?
14.
15.
15 is coming in September. Oh God!
No, I don't like that.
God.
Oh,
this makes that grooming joke I made in the exclusive really
way
bad.
Worse.
Oh
it really
God!
Does.
It didn't age well. It didn't age well over
2
an hour.
hours. Yeah.
So for like 20-plus Sloppy Seconds episodes, subscribe on Patreon. That was a really rough sentence structure.
Hey, bonus content. We should just start saying bonus content.
I'm just trying to sell them.
All right.
And then AJ's working on a series called Voices. We also have a video that shows our studio when it doesn't have 8 different chairs in it.
Yeah, we do have a lot of chairs.
So check it out. If you can't afford it, it's A-okay. We won't hate you. We're just glad that you're listening. But yeah, you got those names.
Oh, yeah. I got, the board. I'll say Mini D, Toddle Waddle, and Weston. Thank you guys so much for making all the decisions around here and setting up our health insurance. You know, my 401k. You know, what else is really boring? Dental care.
Yeah, something.
Making sure I get adequate dental care. And then, of course, we've got Abby, AJ's third nut, Kitty Titties, Thomas, Dark Runner, D's Nuts, G-Dog, Hayden, Laravo, and Lindo. Thank you guys so much for helping us, for being there, supporting us.
Yeah, you guys are fantastic. Wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah. I usually have more to say, but
You're good.
I'm gassed out right now.
2 full episodes today.
Yeah. I've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, you have. Well,
yeah,
we really, really, really do appreciate you guys, as AJ always says, but doesn't have the energy to say. You keep the lights on in the face.
You keep the flashlight blasting in my eyes.
The one flashlight that the person whose episode it isn't holds.
Yeah.
So we really, really appreciate you guys. And check out our website, pointsopressure.com. Jesus,
no.
I'm sorry. If you guys have any suggestions for movies, music, TV shows, books, an article that you like, it's an episode idea, you have a really funny meme, whatever it is.
I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker.
That's the wrong button. Oh, Jesus Christ. By all means, reach out to us on Instagram at pointsopressure or our email, ppdnaj, or we have a contact us on pointsopressure.com, and we will catch you guys next Monday.